All right. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us. My name is Zuleika Rios on behalf of the Wisconsin Association for College Admission Counseling. I want to welcome you to this webinar. You're going to be learning a little bit about Dominican University today. Just a couple of announcements before we get started, some housekeeping items. If you have any questions over the course of the presentation, please use the Q&A box to ask those questions, and presenter will see that and will answer questions during the presentation. Your camera and your microphone are off, so we cannot see you or hear you. So Q&A box is going to be the main way to interact if you've got questions at all. If you want to sign up for more sessions, today's the last day of the College Exploration Week, but there's a couple more sessions this evening, so feel free to go online and sign up for a couple more sessions tonight if you would like to sign up for more sessions. And then lastly, this session will be recorded, and so have all of the other sessions. So if you want to go back and watch this again, or if you enjoy this and want to share this with a friend, you'll be able to go onto the WACAC website, wacac.com, to see all of the recordings. So that's it for me. I'm going to end my screen share and I'm going to turn it over to Glenn with Dominican University, and he will be telling you a little bit about Dominican tonight.
Thank you. Well, good evening, everyone. I appreciate you coming here to learn about Dominican University in River Forest, Illinois. To keep myself on track, I have a little PowerPoint presentation that I put together that I'd like to share with you now. So let me just quickly share the screen. I can find it. There we go. Okay, so hopefully you're all seeing my screen here. And great, excellent. All right, well, let me quickly just introduce myself to you. My name is Glenn Hamilton. I'm the Assistant Vice President for Undergraduate Enrollment at Dominican University. And I'll be talking a little bit more about our location later on, but we are in suburban Chicago on the west, actually far early, let's see, near west side, I guess, if you will, the suburbs. So we're near Oak Park, but we're located in River Forest, Illinois. And one of the things that I think I want to make sure that gets stressed during this presentation is that, you know, Dominican is by design a smaller college or smaller university. But we do offer some big results, and our students see big results in their academic and their personal lives after attending Dominican. And I want to make sure that I mention that before we get started. So really quickly, some of the things, 4 areas that we're going to try to cover today. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to get this virtual campus tour to work for you, but I will try to do that. But I want to talk a little bit about the academic life here at Dominican and find out from any of you if you have any questions about any particular majors, and connect you with the appropriate people. We will receive a list of students who attended this session, and I will make sure that I send all of you the appropriate academic information if you're interested in a particular major. So make sure you let us know that. You can all, at the end of the presentation, I will share my contact information as well, and feel free to keep in touch with me during the college search process. In addition to academic life, we'll talk a little bit about the admission and financial aid steps that you'll take here at Dominican. I'm hoping I have a student panelist on here, but I don't know if she was able to make it. So we might not talk too much about the student experience from the student, but we will definitely talk a little bit about student life here at Dominican. And again, if we are able to end with a virtual campus tour, I'd like to do that. Otherwise, I will share the link with all of you. One of the things that has kept me here at Dominican University for over 30 years of my professional experience, plus I was a student here at Dominican, is the sense of community. Overall, one of the things that students talk about in surveys that we conduct is the relationship that they have with their faculty. And I think of the people who taught me, the men and women, the professors, the adjunct faculty members, who I keep in touch with many years, 3 decades later. And again, students who are surveyed here at Dominican talk about that relationship being a big piece of their Dominican experience. And we've probably grown over 35% in the last 10 years as an undergraduate, in the undergraduate portion of our university. And all along we've maintained, small class sizes, 11-to-1 student faculty ratios. We only hire professors with PhDs. We do have some adjunct faculty members that might have a master's degree or a specialty area that we want here at Dominican to teach. But you'll never find any classes over 40. On average, you're looking at about 16 students in a class. What that really means is that you can't hide. You have to go to class. Your grade will depend upon your participation, your class attendance. Have you read the assignment? Are you able to contribute in the classroom? So it's really important to know that as you guys are going through the college search process. Academically, when you think about what Dominican has to offer, some of you may have an idea of what you want to study, but even though we're a small school, we have plenty to offer. We have over 50 different undergraduate majors, many more minors and concentrations. We have these accelerated degree options that you can earn your undergraduate degree and a master's degree in as little as 5 years, 10 semesters. Statistically, when colleges report graduation rates, they're only reporting 5-year and 6-year averages for their bachelor's degree. Well, here at Dominican, many of our students are able to graduate with 2 degrees, an undergraduate degree and a master's degree. So again, might be a smaller school, but we have lots of opportunities here at Dominican for you. Really quickly, I put together this list of our top majors here at Dominican. And one thing I want to say, and it is probably pretty typical at liberal arts and science colleges, you'll find nursing or one of those science areas being near the top, like we see biology and biology chemistry. But then you also have programs like computer science and education. And actually, I think one that's very unique for a small college or small university is fashion design, fashion merchandising. But this gives you a little idea of the enrolling students here at Dominican and what they're telling us that they're interested in studying. You technically don't have to choose a major. So when you apply for admission, you can just put deciding or undecided on your application. And we have specific academic advisors who will work with you to choose a major by the end of your sophomore year. So you do have a little time to work our core curriculum, take courses there, explore different academic areas, and then finally settle in on a major. I will say that over 25% of the students at Dominican will double major, and almost everyone here at Dominican adds a minor onto their major here at Dominican. So just want to make sure I mentioned that to you. For those students who are excelling academically in the classroom, maybe you've taken some AP classes, some more rigorous curriculum, you'll find here at Dominican this Mazzakelli Scholars Honors Program. Father Samuel Mazzakelli, who was a Dominican Catholic priest who founded the Order of Cincinnati Dominican Sisters, our sponsor. The institution actually started in southwestern Wisconsin, in Cincinnati near Menominee, and moved to the Chicagoland area in the early 1900s. And all along, when we were in Wisconsin here, and then again here in River Forest, we've always had an honors program for excelling students. So students will be looked at upon admission for this program, and typically they come in, the GPA 3.75 or greater. If there's a test scored, ACT or SAT, we usually look at a 27, 28 or greater for this honors program. They usually make up about 10% of our enrolling class each year. We have a sophomore entry opportunity for those students who are not selected for the honors program as an incoming freshman. And then we also offer a track for transfer students. So wanted to point that out to you, that you'll see on the screen here, Not only will students take courses with each other in these interdisciplinary seminars, but they'll have an opportunity to take a class from a renowned faculty member from all over the world. Miriam Wiederman is a mathematician who is teaching here at Dominican, so our students have a chance to take a class with her. You know, true fact, Dominican and Smith College out east were the very first two colleges to sponsor study abroad programming. And one of the programs that we offer only for our honors program is an opportunity to study at the University of Oxford in England. Not necessarily common at liberal arts and sciences colleges is a research division. So here we have something called URSI. It stands for Undergraduate Research Scholarship and Creative Investigations. Basically, it gives our students an opportunity to experience what it's like to do research, either independently, collaboratively. It could be with other students, could be with a faculty member, one-on-one. It could be external program as well, a research opportunity. We have close to 40% of our undergraduate students surveyed tell us that they plan on going to graduate school. So many of these students will have to do some research when they're in graduate school. So the URSI opportunity here at Dominican gives them the chance to sharpen those skills. And if you ever met the provost here at Dominican, his name is Jeff Carlson. He's a theologian, taught at DePaul University for many years and St. Thomas up in Minnesota. Well, our provost, Jeff Carlson, he would say that his favorite day at Dominican University throughout the year is the URSI Expo, which happens on the first Wednesday of April each year. This year, because of the pandemic, we moved it to an online or a virtual expo, which was fantastic. But it's an opportunity for the students who've done this research. And again, you don't have to be, I should say, an honor student to do research, but it is required of all of our honor students. That's why it's on this slide. But the expo gives students a chance to show off their scholarly work to the greater Dominican community. You know, colleges often talk about learning, classroom experience, majors, minors, accelerated degree options, but so much of your learning will happen outside of the classroom. Again, it's important to understand that most of your learning is going to happen outside of the classroom. I mentioned the collaboration with faculty, doing some kind of research project. That's one experiential learning opportunity here at Dominican. We have probably over almost 200 now community-based learning projects that students are working on. There's probably 50 to 60 courses that are deemed community-based learning. These students are learning through service. They never attend a class here on campus or virtual campus. They're actually in communities working and learning through the service they're providing. A really great example of that would be our accounting students in our AACSB accredited Brennan School of Business. Accounting is one of the more popular majors for undergraduate students in business. And these students on Saturdays in the springtime will provide free tax services in lower income neighborhoods throughout Chicago in the lower levels or the basements of some Catholic parishes. And these students then get the chance to sharpen their skills in their craft of accounting or taxes, to be specific. These students will not only be providing a service, because many of these families, they don't have the wherewithal to walk into H&R Block or Edward Jones and have somebody do their taxes for them. They're doing it themselves, or they need some extra counseling. Okay. Moving right along, I mentioned earlier about the study abroad opportunities. There's probably 16 different programs this year. That number can fluctuate. Students are encouraged to take a semester, 2 semesters, maybe a summer 6-week program. We also offer kind of an alternative spring break study abroad, and also a Rome program between the fall and the spring semesters each year. So again, Dominican Smith College, first 2 colleges in the country to sponsor study abroad programming. We encourage students to do that, and I'll talk a little bit later about a scholarship opportunity for that as well. You know, internships, I forgot to mention before I flipped the slide here, but you know, one of the biggest selling points about Dominican is our internship program, or our career development area here on our campus. We, being 10 miles from downtown Chicago, in one of the world's greatest urban regions, our students have wonderful opportunities to get some on-hands experience in the field that they're studying. Okay, here's an example on your screen of just some of those places along in the Chicagoland area. Now, internships usually happen between junior and senior year, and pretty much every college will have internship programs. I think the difference here for us that makes us unique is that we have this large city environment with a plethora of businesses, companies, schools, municipalities, civic organizations to work at, or excuse me, to intern through to get some career experience. So there's just an example here on your screen. You know, one of the things that I have a high school senior myself, and I have a college senior, and you know, it's really important as you guys are researching colleges to learn about the services that are available to students. You just never know when you might need a little extra help, some tutoring. You know, maybe you're a strong leader and you want to take that to a new level. You know, one of the things that we teach is financial literacy here on our campus. You know, the students become, you know, they understand the financial aid process, their out-of-pocket expense, they're basically their investment here at Dominican, and try to explain what that return is on that investment. So we have programs throughout the year set up for students through our Student Success and Engagement Division and our STARS Connect, which includes our financial aid office. We have free services for all of our students when it comes to tutoring. The Academic Enrichment Center is fully staffed with math folks and writing tutors, and we also, you know, hire Dominican students who are majors in these areas to assist undergraduates or underclassmen in their coursework if they need the assistance. And I think overall, I think students are given about 2 to 3 hours a week free in tutoring services. So I think that's one way that we ensure students who are admitted will be successful and graduate here at Dominican. You know, I've mentioned a couple of times our location, but again, it's really important for me to point out to you because, you know, you're going to choose a college and you're going to spend the next 4 years there, and you'll probably be there 9 to 10 months. If you're anything like my son, a senior in college, he never comes home. He lives in an apartment on campus, but likes to be there 12 months a year. So you really have to choose a college that has everything it is that you're looking for. And here at Dominican, we think we kind of have the best of both worlds for the college experience. That small college community, smaller class sizes, personal attention with faculty, yet the Chicagoland to take advantage of. In the area that we're actually set in is River Forest, but right all along this area of the campus, there's everything you can think of imaginable to do for entertainment, for cultural experiences, shopping, restaurants, just about everything. So I just wanted to point that out because I think as you guys are choosing a college, I think you need to think about the location, because I know that students tell us all the time that one of the top 5 reasons why students choose Dominican is our location. So think about that as you guys are going through that selection process of your colleges. Okay. We, you know, just quickly to talk a little bit about the residence hall experience. We do have 4 residence halls here at Dominican University. We offer, which is I think, you know, pretty unique, a variety of living arrangements. So you know, if you can come in, you'll have, first year, you're pretty much guaranteed to have a double room. So you're guaranteed to have a roommate. You know, that's important, making that adjustment from high school to college, and having kind of a built-in, you know, friend to mentor you and to guide you and to be there for you during that transitional time from high school to college and leaving home. So it's really important to have a roommate that first year. But as you go through your college experience, if you want to move to a single room, we can accommodate you in a single room. Most of the students are in doubles. We offer actually some triples and then some suites where maybe 6 to 8 students will decide to live together in our newest hall, Murray Hall. That hall is a beautiful hall. It has meeting rooms, kitchen, laundry facility, and air conditioning. So our students are lined up to get that hall versus Coghlan Hall and Power Hall, which are a little bit older and both don't have air conditioning. We have a large dining hall on our campus. If you ever get a chance to visit the campus, you'll see that it looks something like Hogwarts. So at least that's what the students tell us. That was a little bit before my time, but the little bit I've read and seen in the movies, I would say it's a pretty you know, very similar. Student life is abundant here at Dominican. There's over 35 very active clubs on campus. We have many more, but there's 35 that are really active on a day-to-day basis here at Dominican. The first week of school, we will offer an opportunity for you to explore the different clubs and organizations that we have here at Dominican. I think that's important. It's kind of like a college fair, and we have representatives from the different clubs, sports, organizations talk about what is it they do and their goals and how to get involved. I think it's a great opportunity for students to just kind of, you know, keep an open mind about things. Maybe you've done some service projects in high school or ethnic clubs or something, but maybe college you want to do something a little different. This week-long opportunity for you to learn about the different clubs and organizations here in Dominican will give you that chance. And we really want students to get involved. So I think that's one of the reasons why we offer that. We do have sports here at Dominican. We have intramural programs. Our Performing Arts Center is absolutely gorgeous. There's 2 halls, the Lund Auditoriums. The Lund Auditorium holds about 1,200 people, and there's a smaller recital hall. The Martin Recital Hall holds maybe close to 100. We have musicians, plays, pretty much all year long here on our campus. They're opened up not only to the Dominican faculty, staff, and students, but also to the River Forest and Oak Park community. Here's a quick list of the NCAA Division III intercollegiate sports we offer. You'll see there's baseball, basketball, cross country, golf, soccer, tennis, and volleyball for men. And then you'll see softball, basketball, cross country, bowling, soccer, tennis, and volleyball for women. We do have an athletic website called dustars.com. So if you are interested in playing a sport here at Dominican, I encourage you to go to dustars.com and complete the recruit form for the sport you're interested in playing. This is the easiest way for you to get in front of our coaches and our recruiters. So they use this database to reach out to student athletes or prospective student athletes to learn about them, learn about their interests, see if Dominican is a good fit and vice versa. And then they'll contact my office and let me know of your interest. And then we'll continue to then recruit you and notify you and invite you to campus for various events. So again, that website is dustars.com, and you can fill out the recruit form on that page. Let's talk a little bit about the enrollment process here. I want to check my time here. Okay, we're moving right along. Our admission policy is rolling. So basically what that means, for those of you who are not familiar with that policy, is that you can apply for admission starting, let's say, August 15th, and we'll make admission decisions on a rolling basis throughout the academic year until we feel we have enough students or admitted pool to enroll our class. Our class was usually around 450 incoming freshmen. I think last year we were closer to 440. This year will probably be, once we get through census, right around 470 freshmen. In addition, about 200 transfer students in the fall as well. We are a Common App member institution for our freshman application only. So any transfer students out there, community college students, you will apply at dom.edu/apply. If you do not want to fill out the Common App freshman, you can also go on our website and fill out our institutional application. Not a problem there. We do ask that you take time to submit a well thought out, well written personal statement. This is your opportunity for the admission counselors who will read the files, read your file, to learn about you. Something different than what we find on a transcript, or something that maybe an experience that you've had that you want to share with us and how it shaped you as a person today. Maybe some career goals or some focus that you want in college that's important to you. So really pretty much an open opportunity to write about anything you want to write about. But I will encourage you to let us learn more about you, your likes, your dislikes, your experiences, so that we just know more about you as a person, as an individual. We will ask that you submit high school transcripts and community college transcripts through parchment if possible, e-script or by mail. This has been kind of, with this pandemic, an interesting year for securing transcripts from students. So we've had some problems with that. We're working through the technology. And I know we're not the only school out there. So one thing you can do, your counselors can send their transcripts to me, and I can accept them as official, along with your transcript, or excuse me, your test score if you do have a test score. I will mention that we really are becoming a test blind institution, meaning we do not use the ACT or SAT for admission. I think it's worth pointing out that this will be new for fall 2021, but it doesn't necessarily mean that for those of you who are maybe juniors or sophomores on this call or on this webinar, that policy might revert back to requiring ACT or SAT. But for fall of 2020, we will not ask for the test score in terms of the requirements for completing the application here at Dominican. So admission offers will begin probably around October 15th. One of the things that we like to do is we like to offer our scholarships with the offer of admission. So we're still in that process of finalizing scholarships for next year, setting tuition, that kind of thing. And once we have all those items in place, then we can begin making admission decisions. So I would encourage you to apply anytime between now and October 15th or thereafter, shortly thereafter, and you'll hear from us probably within 2 weeks. If we don't require letters of recommendation, but if you want to submit one, that's fine. We will attach it to your application as well. So I need to update this for the new class that just came in once we get through census end of next week. But one thing you're going to find about Dominican is that we're diverse, and our students are strong academically. They're very successful in the classroom. On average, the GPA is always in the upper threes. 3.7 to 3.9 is very typical of the average entering freshman class. I think we're seeing fewer and fewer students submit high school rankings, which is fine. So, but our students are at the top of the class for those schools. Students who do submit their high school ranking. Enrollment, will probably be just over 3,100 for the fall, which is about 21 to 2,200 undergraduates, and the difference being graduate programs that we offer. So as I mentioned, a very diverse student population here at Dominican. You know, I mentioned internships earlier as part of the 4 experiential learning opportunities. This is just a quick list of about 9 different places that students landed jobs this year. So we're pretty excited. Matter of fact, I just used a similar piece of art, if you will, in the admission office here at Dominican. So when you come to visit, you'll see something just like this on the walls of the admission office. I think it's pretty cool, but it just gives you kind of an idea of where our students have landed jobs this year. Externally, you know, Dominican is valued by lots of people, and you know, not only Dominican students and alumni, and you know, those people who are benefactors, financial donors to the institution, you know, employers who hire Dominican students and interns, principals of high schools who hire Dominican graduates as teachers, and all that's really important. So I think it's, when you think about like rankings and stuff, yeah, a lot of people don't put a lot of credence in them, but we do think they're important, especially when you're doing as well as Dominican is. From a value standpoint, you know, basically what you get for the money that you spend. You know, we're according to U.S. News and World Reports, you know, we're the #1 best value in Illinois. We're in the top, I forgot what it is, 3 or so in the entire Midwest. Teaching, we're out of 165 colleges. We have very high ranking there as well. You know, in terms of the best regional universities, again, out of the 165 colleges, you'll find Dominican at number 11. And then social mobility, and then what that is it's a new stat looking at how successful our students and students of color have been, and what it's anticipated in terms of graduation rates and success rates, and how far over or under does that come in. And here at Dominican, we exceed expectations year after year. And so in this new ranking by U.S. News and World Reports, they actually ranked Dominican University the #1 college in the Midwest for social mobility. You know, on average, our Latino and Latina students have higher GPAs than our Caucasian or white students, which, you know, is probably not seen at a lot of colleges. You know, and I think it's important to put out there, because I think if you visit Dominican, the one thing you're going to see is diversity here on our campus among the student body. Keeping track of time, I just have about 10 or 11 minutes, and I want to make sure that I talk a little bit about affordability. I probably won't get to the virtual tour, but I'll share that link with you anyways. But let's quickly talk about financial aid. And you know, I mentioned a couple times why students choose Dominican. You know, location, you know, internship, career opportunities, obviously academic quality is at the top. But let's face it, you know, college is expensive. For many of you, this choice is going to be financially the most expensive one that you'll ever make in your life. So finding a college that's affordable is going to be important. We work one-on-one, so I will be your admissions counselor for anyone coming from Wisconsin, and work with you and your family in making Dominican affordable. We do that through 4 different areas: our merit scholarship program, need-based grants, federal, state, and Dominican, jobs throughout the campus, and student loans. Really quickly, the Dominican scholarships that we offer, they range anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000 based on the academic makeup of the student. If you live on campus, we will incentivize you. We'll give you an incentive to do that, because we do have a lot of students from the Chicagoland area. They're not sure if they want to live on campus or not. So we will try to say, okay, listen, we'll give you a little bit of a reduction in your cost to live on campus to get you on campus, because we just feel that that's so important to you and your college experience. So since you guys are from out of state, that residence life award actually be $4,000. And you'll receive that grant each year that you're here while you're living on campus. Students who attend Catholic college, being a Catholic university, we respect the fact that families sometimes have that burden of having to pay Catholic school tuition. So we do recognize that with a scholarship. If any of you are working with a community-based organization, let me know. We also have another scholarship and again, these scholarships from residential down are all stackable on top of your merit scholarship. Okay, so it's really important that you understand some of you might qualify for every scholarship on this page. We do have a merit calculator. You can see the link at the bottom. It's dom.edu/merit-calculator, and that'll give you an idea of what you might qualify for in terms of a merit scholarship. There will be two options. One probably with a test if you do want to submit an ACT or SAT, but again, we don't require it, and then without the ACT or SAT. And also there's what's called a net price calculator on our website. So for those parents who are interested in finding out what's my bottom line cost going to be if I were to send my child to Dominican, the net price calculator takes about 7 to 15 minutes, and it'll compute an amount for you, an out-of-pocket expense for you. So I definitely encourage you to do that as well. These are some other scholarships that are pretty unique here at Dominican. The Barbantini is for anyone interested in studying Italian at Dominican. You do not have to major in Italian. You just have to continue and take at least 2 courses while you're here at Dominican. Bora Scholarship would be for students who are here as sophomores, going to be juniors, and transfer students going into our nursing program. Academically, if you qualify for our business scholars program, there's additional scholarship available. Ida Brechtel was the very first, one of the very first female obstetricians hired in the Chicagoland area in the 40s, 1940s, and she was a Dominican graduate, and through her estate endowed a rather large scholarship for the sciences. So students majoring in chemistry or biology chemistry that are selected can earn up to $10,000 or receive up to a $10,000 Brechtel Science Scholarship. And then Westlake would be scholarships for anyone planning to go in nursing. So the difference between the Bora Nursing Scholarship and the Westlake would be for the first 2 years you're at Dominican. Then that scholarship would go away, but then you could apply for the Bora Nursing Scholarship, which again, those I believe go up to as high as $10,000 per student. So. Here's a slide with our tuition fees, room and board costs. On this slide, I did use the room and board cost for a standard double room for an incoming freshman. So if you live in Murray Hall, it's about a $900 difference, and a little less in Power Hall, which are single rooms. So it gives you an idea. Our tuition each year is pretty much set at or below the national average for 4-year private colleges and universities. The plan for next year is to keep our tuition flat for 1 year. So I just wanted to point that out as well, but this gives you an idea of what your costs would be. From a financial aid standpoint, we want you to fill out only one form, and that's the FAFSA, the Free Application for Federal Student Aid. The FAFSA can be filled out starting October 1st, and our first round of financial aid awards will probably go out right after the holidays. But for those who might want estimates, especially student athletes who are looking to make an early decision on a college, we could do estimates as soon as we get the results of your FAFSA, and our Pell Grant chart is available. But we can estimate your financial aid award anytime this fall and early winter. But after the holidays, we'll definitely be getting out official financial aid awards to students. One of the things that I like to point out as we get near the end of this presentation is the affordability. Again, is just more of the financial commitment from Dominican to our students. How do we become one of the best values in Illinois and in the Midwest? We do that because we hire great faculty, people who care about teaching, not so much about research. Almost all of our classes are taught by professors And financially, we award our students for their academic and their talents, their academic success and talents. As you can see, every single student who comes to Dominican will receive some form of financial aid. Almost $25,000 is the average scholarship grant award for an incoming student. And when you throw that in with all types of aid, meaning student loans and work study, you're looking at a package of roughly $32,000 a year. So institutionally, we spend over $30 million to recruit the class this year. And I think it's just a testament to Dominican and our advancement office, who does a lot of the fundraising, commitments from local businesses and Dominican alumni. College is expensive, we understand that, and we need them to help augment the cost here for you as college-bound students. I encourage you, as we wrap things up here, I encourage you to download our Dominican University app. Go to your app store on your phone, type in Discover Dominican, and this is the easiest way for us to communicate with you, deadlines, events, different things happening on campus. Okay, so please do that when you get a chance. So in closing, again, we talked briefly about academic life, the enrollment process, affordability. Sorry about the student panelist. That's my fault. I think I'm getting that set up. Apologize, but I encourage you to come out, visit Dominican, meet with students while you're here on campus. We do have student ambassadors working and conducting campus tours in small settings only. And also on our website is a virtual campus tour link that you can go to. Here's my contact information. This is just, kind of getting an idea of where I recruit and students I talk to and parents I talk to. So pretty much locally here around Chicago, and then I will get out into Wisconsin and do as much as I can throughout the state of Wisconsin this year, so, or at least virtually. So I appreciate your time, and I'm going to turn things back over to Zuleika. Zuleika.
Thanks, Glenn. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Just a couple quick closing announcements here. You should see, once you close out of this window, a survey to answer just a few questions. And then if you want to sign up for any more sessions tonight, you can do that online, and the WACAC for this session and all sessions will be available on the WACAC website shortly. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a good night. Thanks, Glenn.
Thank you. Bye-bye.